Hi folks, I'm Stephen Cronin. Thanks for joining me again for another watercolour demo. It is very warm, but I couldn't resist doing another winter scene. I do like winter scenes, and this one just used a very limited palette. I think it was just the 4 colours on this one, just to keep everything nice and harmonious. So before we go any further, let me show you the colours that I have used. So the palette, for this one I've used ultramarine, alizarin crimson, raw sienna and light red. So just the 4 colours, they're all Cotman watercolours. And then the brush, a large Ron Ranson Hake, a number 3 rigger, and then just a size 0. I think I just used that for the little fence post and the man and his dog. There's always something going on over on my Patreon channel. If you get a chance to join me, it's patreon.com/Stephen Cronin. Loads and loads of videos over there. Not only that, but there's also a little community page, and then you can post your own paintings on there as well, and we can all have a good look, see what everyone's up to. So that's patreon.com/Stephen Cronin. I'll start with a bit of crimson and raw sienna, a bit of blue in there as well. And then we've got a bit of land in the distance. It's going to cut across something like that. Bring that down towards the horizon line. Just a little bit of light red into it, 'cause it just gives it a nice dark feel. Just a few little trees and things, just about see them there. Also, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be scraping a few little cottages in along there. So let's get me card. Right, so I'm going to have, I'll go for one there like that. Whoops, that's a mess. Let's try that again. That's it, I was using the wrong part of the card. Bigger one there. Another one next to it. Just give it a 3, I think. Scraping a few random details. A few darks here. Also, if I use the rigger brush, I'm also going to scrape a few closer posts, something like that. All these little details just give the viewer something to keep looking at when they're looking at your paintings. Keeps the eye going. let's clean the brush, I think, first. Go back to a lighter colour. And back into a bit of raw cyan, a bit of blue as well. And this is cutting to a, we've got like a path that goes round here, and that's defined on that side. Got some bigger strokes now, broader strokes. Just push that in there. This path, it sort of sweeps round there like that. Sweeps something like so. Right. Make sure that's flat. Then I'm going to push some trees, I think, on this right hand side, just to frame it nicely. I could use the hake, or I could also use the rigger. I'm going to try the rigger first. Now these are sort of something like this. They're going up. General direction. I'm just using a bit of red and blue to make that tree trunk a bit thicker at the bottom. Oh, massive twigs and branches and things growing here. In that space there, I think. And a few darker tones. That's one over there. Just make this a little bit darker. A bit of that colour into the path. I don't want to do this much dark because I might put a few shadows in there, I think, possibly. So talking of shadows, let's give it a quick dry. I'm going to bang some shadows in there, so I'm thinking a bit of red, bit of blue. In fact, I'm just going to take a bit of everything I've used, lean it towards blue. Now the shadow is going to look best. We think, I don't know, just a few little darks amongst these. I think this tree needs something like that. A few. Now, following the same direction, that needs something there. So we're going sort of this direction, so I'm going to cast some shadows off these. Let's just strengthen those a little bit. Same way, a few shadows coming from these. I mean, just anything that's standing upright, just whack a shadow off it, just helps give that impression of light. A few little dips and drabs. I want to put a little man in somewhere. Just give it to the little brush. And where's he going to look best? I think you might have to go up here somewhere. I can't find an easy way of let's stick him out here. Struggling up the hill with his little dog just in front of him. Strengthen those bits. Little bird in the sky, and then finally let's just write my name down there and call that one done. Let's see what it looks like with the mountain. So here's the finished painting in the mounds. So we're going to have a closer look at it. Starting with the sky, just kept it very simple. And the sky, as well as the rest of the painting, really, the secret I'm finding is to just put it in and just leave it alone. Don't try and touch it up in any way, just leave it, and then hopefully the overall thing will just work. So we've got a bit of alizarin, raw sienna, and ultramarine in the sky, and then use those same colours on these distant hills, and then you can see where I've just flicked up with the height brush just to put in these trees even darker. Not only so that they've stood out against the hills, but because then they've got a nice dark background in to scrape these three houses in. Once the houses are in, also scrapes a bit of, see like little fence posts here and there scattered along with a few random details. And also a few fence posts put in with the rigger brush as well. And then you can see where I've just cast little shadows as well off, and just gives you something to cast shadows off, which is always a great thing. Big fence posts in the foreground as well, lots more shadows. Switch to the rigger brush, put in this tree, nice and dark, so it's sort of silhouetting against the light coming from the sky. Lots of little flicks here and there for these branches, just painted en masse. don't fiddle around just putting them in one at a time. Just flick the brush about and you do them nice and quick. Nice big shadow cast down from the tree, and then just a few dark tones scattered about the place just to contrast, maximum contrast, like the darks against the white of the snow. Weren't quite sure where to stick the little man and his dog, so I just went just there, just sort of trudging up the hill, and again another few shadows coming off the little man and his tiny little dog going up the hill. So hope you enjoy that. Thanks as always for watching. Remember, join me over on patreon.com/StephenCroney if you want to see more and post your own paintings. So until then, thanks for watching. Any questions please ask, and I'll see you again soon.